All right, today we're going to be looking at section 4.4, graphing functions. This overview kind of goes over some of the properties and challenges with graphing a function. You can use a calculator, and sometimes you might not see the function, so you have to change the window and zoom in. And so this is kind of giving you a general overview. It jumps into some graphing guidelines. It's not going to be exact for every function, but generally it'll get you in the right area, and you can modify specific problems to kind of fit. And so the general guidelines for graphing a function, you're going to identify the domain of interest. Some of the parent functions are already given. We have a lot of those listed in our cheat sheets in our course. You'll look at symmetry. We can look at the first and second derivative to find concavity, increasing, decreasing intervals. Sometimes it may not be practical, so you kind of go through these. You can find inflection points and critical points. You can find intervals where it's increasing, decreasing, concave up, concave down. All of these different things we're going to be exploiting while graphing functions. Some of them we can graph without having done the depth that some of this requires, but sometimes if we're not able to, we can kind of use this. We're going to identify extremes, locate asymptotes and in behavior, find intercepts, and then use appropriate graphing windows. So these are just general guidelines. Here are some examples. We will be given some properties. They will let you know the first derivative is less than 0, which means it's decreasing. Second derivative is greater than 0. In this case, that means it is concave up. And so you see this shape, the graph is going down left to right, but it's kind of opening up. So concave up. And then you have several more. So we'll have some examples like this where we will use the properties, graph the function based on the information given. Here we have a polynomial. Another good example you can kind of go over. Here one's talking about the concavity, increasing, decreasing, critical points. You just get several examples here. Locating extremes. Some more talking about asymptotes and in behavior. So all of these would be good examples to kind of go over. Most of the ones I'm going to do, we'll do in MyMathLab. Again, we kind of see some increasing but concave down based on first and second derivative and intervals. See some asymptotes, vertical asymptotes, slant asymptotes. These concepts were covered in algebra. I will go over them again as they appear and are needed in our course. Just kind of going through all the examples to make sure there's nothing surprising that pops up, making sure we hit all the topics. It's a lot of repetitive doing derivative tests. All right, so with that, we're going to jump into MyMathLab and do some examples.